Hi there, David here once again, coming to you on behalf of BeInCrypto. Today, we'll be talking about a variety of risks that come along with cryptocurrency mining. This is to help viewers make an informed decision, because like anything with crypto, education is key. We aren't trying to turn anyone away from the world of mining, but we also don't want anyone to get burned because they weren't prepared for possible issues. As a matter of fact, stick around because at the end of the video, we'll walk you through a pretty easy and safe way that you can begin cloud mining some cryptocurrency today for no upfront cost. Lastly, we should make it clear that none of this is financial advice, just education. As always, do your own research and make your own decisions. Now, before we discuss the risks, let's begin by touching on what crypto mining is for anyone who isn't familiar. Cryptocurrency mining is a blanket term for the process that blockchains with proof-of-work consensus mechanisms use to both secure the network and create more cryptocurrency. Basically, powerful computers all over the world are competing to be the first to solve an elaborate mathematical problem. This problem involves proving the validity of all transactions in a given block, and the first computer who does it successfully is rewarded with new coins. We've given you a very simplified explanation, but this is the basic model that Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies work under. One common alternative to this is proof-of-stake blockchains, which sees users staking assets for a chance to validate blocks, but staking is a totally different process and outside of the scope of this video. Like with any cryptocurrency endeavor, mining can be complicated and, of course, risky. There are plenty of positive aspects, most notably the chance to earn passive income, but users should absolutely not overlook the potential dangers involved. With all that said, let's start looking at these risks right now. One of the first possible issues that one encounters when getting into crypto mining is that, in many cases, it isn't cheap. Of course, costs can vary wildly depending on exactly what asset you're mining and how. Still, in many cases, the old adage, "it takes money to make money," applies here, as you'll probably need some pretty powerful hardware if you truly want to make enough returns to come out ahead. This then brings me to the next risk, which is an extension of the problem of cost. Miscalculating how much money you can make with mining is not uncommon. There are quite a few variables to consider here. As we just mentioned, expensive equipment means that it could take some time for you to be truly making a profit. However, it's also essential to factor in the cost of electricity for you to run and presumably cool your mining equipment. If you're lucky and somehow have access to cheap energy, this could be less of a point of concern, and for many it's easy to ignore upfront and just act like all the crypto you're earning is profit. But this can definitely lead to problems down the line if you're in fact losing money on the whole endeavor. Another important factor for determining your success is of course the price of the asset you're mining. Even if you're bringing it in hand over fist, this won't matter if the market tanks. Picking the right asset with solid fundamentals, a real use case, and good upside potential is extremely important, as is having a means to fairly quickly transfer earnings and lock in profits as they come in. Even so, miners will always be at the mercy of market conditions, and bear markets will absolutely happen from time to time, so it's definitely something to take into account. Okay, the next few risks all revolve around either scams or malicious traps that users can fall into if they aren't careful. First off, let's talk about software. When you begin to mine a cryptocurrency, if you're doing it yourself, you're generally going to need to set up some type of mining software that manages the whole operation. For many coins, there's even multiple choices of perfectly legitimate software that will get the job done. However, there's also almost always malware that exists that tries to look as official as possible. However, once on your system, it could do anything from actually mining crypto, only sending the resulting profits to a wallet the attacker controls, or it could even cause far more harm to your system, up to and including the much maligned ransomware that can cause havoc once inside of a local network. The point is, go slow, be careful, and do your research before installing any new software onto your system. And that's especially true with mining software because of the prevalence of fraudulent lookalikes. Another area where users can get into problems is when they join mining pools. Mining pools are large collections of miners who literally pool their resources, meaning hash power, to mine blocks together and improve their chances of success. Members get paid out in proportion to how much they're providing, and it means that miners can expect more regular, if somewhat smaller, returns for their contributed computing power. This is all fine, and much like with software, there's plenty of reputable pools operating out there today. The problem comes from the fact that some pools are scams. They often act like Ponzi schemes. They may even return a little at first to bring in more users, but before long the payments will stop and the users will find that they have no recourse or way to withdraw their earnings. The scammers basically steal the hash power of unsuspecting newcomers and simply disappear when the bottom eventually falls out and their trickery is exposed. Users are left with nothing, but the scammers can rake in some notable income this way, then simply change the name and look of their operation and do it all again. Another very similar scam is often run with cloud mining operations as well. Cloud mining is a service where you actually rent hash power from a company's server farm and have them mine on your behalf. We've covered the whole topic in detail on this channel before and outlined multiple reputable services. But just like with mining pools, scams are common. As with every risk we've covered here, one of the best defenses is just to gather as much intel as possible before committing to anything. There's another area of potential issues that can vary wildly depending on where in the world you're doing your mining. That is possible legal concerns. Currently, cryptocurrency mining is still legal in many countries across the world, but not all of them. Some notable examples of nations that have banned mining include China, Dominican Republic, and Vietnam. If you do want to get into mining, it would probably be a good idea to brush up on your local laws surrounding the pursuit. Even if it's perfectly legal, you'll want to be well versed on how profits are taxed, so it's another important area to research. One last area of risk is less to the individual and more to the environment. Yes, we need to address the environmental impact of mining proof-of-work powered cryptocurrencies. Now it's true, the overall carbon footprint of crypto is still somewhat debated, and this video isn't about deciding just what that footprint is, but it's obviously not zero. This doesn't mean there shouldn't be any crypto mining, but it does make a strong case for being thoughtful about how you source the energy you use. If you can power your operation with renewable energy, wonderful. Some users have even built their own solar arrays just for mining, which brings additional upfront costs, but will also maximize returns by offering plentiful electricity, so it really can be a win-win. Of course, many in this world won't have the means for gaining access to such forms of energy. This could make things trickier, but eco-conscious miners still could offset their added carbon output with the use of carbon credits, or find other creative ways to decarbonize their mining project. Ultimately, it'll be up to each miner to decide how they feel about their impact and assess what they can do about it. There certainly isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but there are plenty of avenues to explore. By the way, we mentioned an easy and free way for you to get started earning crypto right away. For that offer, you're going to want to head over to the Stormgain cryptocurrency exchange. Stormgain is not only one of the hottest up-and-coming exchanges out there, it also offers several valuable perks, such as a loyalty program, bonuses for referrals, annual interest on crypto deposits, and using the official app, you can even begin cloud mining cryptocurrency for free today. All you'll need to do is head to stormgain.com and sign up for an account. Fill out your basic information, like an email and phone number, and you should be up and running in no time. The next thing you're going to want to do is download the Stormgain app, available on both Android and iOS. Once you've done that, you can simply use the app to begin mining with a single click, and you should begin receiving your first rewards in just 4 hours. You can then continue to accumulate these rewards and even use them to trade on the Stormgain exchange, all without putting up any of your own money. Whether you want to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, or an array of other cryptocurrencies, just know that Stormgain offers a little bit more than most other exchanges, so be sure to check them out. Okay, that covers the most common risks that come along with mining cryptocurrencies. Almost all of these can be navigated by educating yourself and making sure to only use services that are well vetted and trusted by the community. If mining sounds like a path you may be interested in, there's plenty more for you to learn and lots of coins you can get involved with, so get out there and keep doing research. Of course, as we all know, there's changes happening all the time in the world of cryptocurrency, and you're going to want to keep up. So why not check us out at BeInCrypto.com, where you'll find daily updates, analysis, and more. Also, don't forget about our other content right here on YouTube, such as interviews, educational videos, and our bi-weekly news show. And lastly, if trading is your thing, then definitely come join our trading community on Telegram, where you'll get access to the latest technical analysis from our top traders. As always, thanks to everybody out there who's watching, and we'll see you right here again real soon.